Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Randy, RagamuffinPiper. And this is a VR for Chad Griffin pipes. We're out here in the 100-acre woods. What's a VR, you say? In case some of you are kind of new to that kind of stuff, VR is a video response to a question that they ask. So we're going to give a little video response, and the question was, what's your favorite seasonal or Christmas? What's your favorite Christmas tobacco? Well, that brought back a story, of course. I'm not sure I can do one of these videos without a story. But anyhow, I have tried Sutliff Christmas Spice. Every year I try one or two Christmas blends. And I haven't come back to this one yet to see if it's going to be available, but I hope it will. This is Cornell and Deal, and it's called We Three Kings. We Three Kings, Cornell and Deal, and oh man, goodness, I can't read, but it's black Cavendish and red and bright Virginias with some oh, it's got some Turkish leaf in it too, and then it's got little hints of cinnamon, allspice, and vanilla. So that gives you an idea. None of the flavors are over the top strong. You know, I've made it a habit out of buying like one can of it for Christmas season, and most of the time the can don't make it to Christmas. And so this year maybe I can get 2 tins of it and I can make it to Christmas with my Christmas blend. I've tried excuse me, I've tried a few others, and some I liked and some I didn't like. I'm mostly an aromatic and a mild leaf fan, so if you're looking for a mild version of a Christmas blend, that's We Three Kings from Cornell and Deal. So anyhow, as a kid, when I was growing up, when I was little, I only had one grandfather. I only had one grandpa because my mom's mom, she decided that she didn't need a man anymore in her life. She'd been married 4 times, and apparently that was enough. So by the time I was born, my grandfather on my mom's side was not to be seen or heard from ever. So my grandfather, my dad's dad, he was born in the late 1880s. To give you an idea. He is an old school guy. And I think during his midlife crisis, or some point in there, he started drinking pretty heavy, so he was on the outs with grandma, that's for sure. But he smoked a pipe, and one of the reasons that I picked one up was the sensory, the memory of the smell. Didn't get to have much of a relationship with him. Kind of a tall guy. As you can imagine, he was in his 70s, late 70s when I was born. So the funny part is that we went to their house to visit all the time, and they had this carport patio, and grandma and grandpa in the good weather, they'd be sitting outside. She'd be sitting on one side, he'd be sitting on the other, and had this little table, which you have seen on my deck, the little red table. And he'd be sitting there smoking his pipe, drinking coffee. And I do remember sometimes being there a little bit late, and Grandpa would say, well, time for me to go to bed, and he'd walk out back through the backyard to a little shack out back, and that's where Grandpa lived. I thought all grandpas lived in a little shack out behind the house. As it turns out, my grandma, she was really probably what we might call a fundamentalist Christian, and she didn't take to his pipe smoking, or especially his drinking. And so she wouldn't let him in the house. She wouldn't let him inside the house. And I couldn't find a picture of it, but going through some old pictures and some videos, I found a video of him inside the house for a Christmas, probably when I was maybe 2 or 3, and I thought, well, Grandpa's in the Grandpa's in the house. But I did find one picture of him that we had here, and it was he's probably in his mid-70s and starting to suffer some of the ill effects. He had some tumor issues, and so. But this is Grandpa Dysart right here. This is my dad's dad. He was quite the carpenter. He loved to camp, spent a month in the mountains camping most of the time, trapping his own food for the most part. Quite the storyteller. Enjoyed a pipe for most of his adult life. I wish I would have got to know him a little bit more when he was sober. But who knows? Who knows? So Chad, congratulations on everything. This is really kind of a celebration on Chad's part for his channel and all the success, and we three kings, Cornell and Dill. All the best to you. We'll see everybody soon. Come back anytime. We'll be right here. I gotta go. Oh man, deer poop.